Welcome back, guys, to the Fans2Page How to Create a Contest video part 2. In this video we're going to show you exactly how we create the page with the graphics and so forth. So we're going to go really quickly because it does take a little while and nobody likes a long video. So we will go through this pretty quickly. Now, just for starters, give you an idea. This is a drag and drop editor. These buttons across here, I'll explain them. This one here is for adding text in a WYSIWYG editor. So we'll come to that in a minute. This one here is for adding images. This one is a clip art library with buttons and arrows and icons and so forth. This one here is for embedding a YouTube video, and this one here is for putting in raw HTML. If you've got HTML, you can just drop it straight into this page and it'll format up nicely, as long as it is no wider than 810 pixels. If it is, you'll need to adjust the HTML excuse me, so that it is only 810 pixels, because that's the width of the page. And this button here, you don't really need to worry about this one for contests. It's mainly for when creating landing pages and so forth. And here we've got the canvas height with a drop down. There's three settings: 1000, 2000 and 3000 pixels. So you can adjust the height of the page via that. If you ever come back to the page and find that it's only at 1000 pixels and half of your content is missing, just switch it up here. So 3000 is great for long sales letters. 1000 is great for maybe like a short opt-in page. 2000 I find is really good size for a contest page. It just depends on how much stuff you've got on your page. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is include a background, and the best way to include a background is via some HTML code. So what I'll do is, I've got some code here, and I'll just grab that. Now we'll put this under the video somewhere, or we'll let you know how we can display it to you, so that you can just grab that code, drop it in, and put your image in there, and you'll have a nice background. Now what we do is we come up and if we want to use the HTML, we left-hand mouse click down, hold it, and then we drag down onto the page, release, and then it'll pop this box up here where we can add the HTML. Then we left-hand mouse click to get the cursor, right-hand click, paste, and we drop the code in there. Okay, so if you look in here, we can see this part here is where my image is stored. So that's the URL of the image. The height is 2000, which is the height of the page. Now, if the page was 3000, we just change that to 3000. The width is 810 pixels, which is the width of the page. The border, we could change that to 1, 2, or 3, but we're just going with without a border. And then that's all it is. So if we click Insert HTML Box, you'll see that it brings up this background here. We go on there, we click and hold left-hand mouse key, drag it across, and it locks into place perfectly. So that's how you with all of these buttons here, you just left-hand mouse click and then drag them down. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is put an image on the page. So we go up here, left-hand mouse click, drag down, and it brings up this box here. Now we'll choose our file from the computer, and we'll go here. We've got one here. And if we want to link it, if we want to make that image clickable, then we can put a link in here. So let's just grab the home page. Not that anyone would really want to click on this image, but we'll just drop that in there. Now here's the important thing. Remember, you need to change it from same window to new window, otherwise the web page will load inside of Facebook. So change that to new window, upload now, and we see it. So then we left-hand mouse click down, drag it across, and we'll bring it up here. Now, say we want to make it a bit bigger, come down to this right-hand bottom corner until, see how it changes to 2 arrows, and then we click on the Shift key and hold that down, and then we left-hand mouse click, and we can make it nice and big, so it fits across the page. And we can move that around. It's the great thing about drag and drop, it's so easy. So we'll have that like that. And now we need to bring in an image for the prize. So we'll go back up here, left-hand mouse click, hold down, release, choose the file. file is over here, so we'll go down and grab it. Upload. And obviously, if this was your product, you'd put a link to your product in there. Okay, so that's way too big for the page. So what we'll do is we'll come down to this corner, hold down the shift key, and we'll make it a lot smaller. So we can bring that over. Now you can even overlap these different boxes. You can see the box here. We can overlap that. That's not a problem at all. We'll put that in there as today's prize. And let's say something about that. So let's get some text. So we click on that, drag it down, open it up, and you'll see you've got the WYSIWYG editor here. So it enables you to format all the text and so forth. So we could say, 79.95. Good luck. Now we insert the text box, and we can see it's way too small and unable to be read. So to get back into anything, whether it be an image if you want to change an image, or text if you want to change the text, or HTML if you want to change the HTML, whatever it is, put the cursor over what it is, and then right hand mouse click, and it brings the box back up. And if you can't see the box, just scroll up and down the page and you'll find it. Okay, so let's highlight all of this text, and then let's make the font size say 20, and let's make it bold and italic, and let's make it a different color. So we'll go over here to the text. Say we'll make it a grey, click on that. That looks about right. And if we wanted to make it linkable, we could come up here, click on this, and then we could put in a link and make that link to somewhere else. And again, make sure if you do that, you come over to target and set the target as a new window. That's important to remember. Okay, but we're not going to do that. It's just to tell them what the value of the prize is. So then we update the text, and we can see, oh, it's a little bit hard to read. So let's go back in and have another look. Highlight that, change it to, say, white. We won't be able to see it there, but we'll update the text. That's better. Okay, so that takes care of the prize section. Now below, down here, this is where we want to place information about our deal, whatever it is that we are promoting. If you're an e-commerce store, then whatever products and so forth. The key with this here, and this is the whole key to making this work, is you want to offer them an irresistible deal, something that maybe you don't necessarily make very much money or if any money out of with this, but you offer them a deal they can't refuse, because what you want is you want to get them to become a customer, and then you can upsell them, cross-sell them, get repeat business out of them, look after them, put in place a properly formatted sales funnel that will enable you to continue to generate more business through them if you do the right thing, if your product's good and if you look after them. Now that's a whole other story for another video, but that's the idea. The idea is you're going to have people, a lot of people coming to that want to win a prize that are going to see the deal that we put here, and you want to make it so good that they stop and go, wow, that's great, I'm going to buy that, or I'm going to get that, because it's too good a deal to refuse. If you can do that, then you'll find that this can be very, very successful. So what we'll do in the next video, we're going to come back, put all the elements on the page in here, and bring it all together.